listening to, now depending on what you're listening to, of course. However, the state of California did a study maybe 10 years ago. An hour of audiobook in the car is equivalent to a half a semester of college over a year.
Wow.
It's kind of mind-boggling. So that's the point. Listening to things that can help you reflect. And you said a couple like Aristotelian, the Aristotelian faith, like Aristotle was about reflection. It was about asking questions. Like when you answer your wife and then you ask her a question. That's the catalyst to authentic truth. Her authentic truth and your authentic truth of her truth. That's a good conversation.
But we have to not be guarded.
Yeah, so how have you overcome that as a human, as a man, as a business owner, because it's all connected. And like this is enjoyable for me because I'm attempting to develop a culture in my life of having real conversations with humans and seeing past the biases that cloud us to not do this, regardless of where we're from or what faith we are or what creed or what we look like, all that. So how did that happen?
Being transparent. You have to be transparent. You have to be real. You are who you are. I don't typically subscribe to political correctness. And one of the things, for me, I'm very vocal about my faith.
Yeah.
Even in business. Minister of real estate.
I think that's a great branding personally. You're going to agree with you or you disagree. That's okay.
And it's interesting because I got the title from my office manager, who is a broker, who is a Jewish woman.
All right.
And we were doing role play, and I found out some things in the course of the role play. I was the agent trying to secure an appointment for an expired listing.
Okay, yeah, my favorite people.
So I went down this road and I asked the question, so can I come and see the house tomorrow? And they said no. And I paused and I said, see, and this is where my problem comes in. I don't like to be pushy.
Yeah.
And she's turned to me and said, Aaron, let me ask you this question. In your ministry, are there times that you have to help people get to a level of understanding that they wouldn't get to without you? I thought about that for a while. Yeah, absolutely. She says, then you need to put on your minister's hat. You need to become the minister of real estate. And when she said that, Jay, this light bulb went off for me. Because for me, I had always been trying to separate Aaron the realtor from Aaron the minister.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because I don't want you to say, if something goes wrong, and you're supposed to be a Christian, and you're supposed to be a pastor, and you're supposed to be a minister. Now, I'm not supposed to be anything. I'm all of that.
Yeah.
But I realized in that conversation, I'm the only one making the separation. So if people already see me, when I have members from this church that work with me, they call me pastor. Because that's my role. One of my roles, I'm an assistant pastor.
Yeah.
So they call me, and then they'll say, what do we call you? So it's uncomfortable for some of them because their first association with me is pastor or minister. And so it's like, hey, I'll tell them, your pastor doesn't sell real estate. And the realtor isn't a pastor.
Yeah.
So, but now I don't mind merging the two. Because people are going to see it anyway. You are right. There are some people that are not going to want to do business with me from that perspective. Then there are others that the faith and trust is going to skyrocket because of that.